it's Paris and I'm back with another video. So today I just wanted to tell you that everything is working out for your good, okay? Everything is working out for your good, okay? The bad stuff that's going on, the stuff that you don't understand, even when you feel like you're unqualified, or if situations make you feel like you're unqualified for certain things, when I tell you God is working those things out for your good, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys my testimony. When something is for you, it's for you. Nothing can stop it, right? So with that being said, I had went to go visit my nephew, right? And so my nephew lives on base because my brother is in the military. And so I had not been registered to go on base. So I went to go get registered, and so that I can have like I think it's like a year pass or whatever. And so basically I was denied. I ended up only having a 1-day pass because when I went in there and they ran my social security and they ran my, background check, they saw the court case that popped up, okay? And so it wasn't showing that it was dismissed. And so I was explaining to them that this case had been dismissed. I was like, look, I got an email with my papers showing that it's been dismissed. And so I showed the guy the papers, and so he saw that, but he was still a little hesitant, okay? He was still a little hesitant. And so at this point, y'all, I'm mad because I'm like, this guy don't even know that I was falsely accused. This guy don't even know that I went through a whole process. But, I was like, you know what? I'm not tripping. It's not like I'm going to come on base all the time, right? And so he ended up giving me a 1-day pass. And so I was like, man, whatever. So with that being said, y'all, that experience, it put a fire in me, okay? And I know for sure that it was God, because after that experience, okay, when I came back home, God led me to call the people back in the place where I was falsely accused, okay? He allowed me to call the people, and he wanted me to check and see if my case was really dismissed. And I knew I had the papers. And so anyway, I called them and I was like, hey, these people are saying that they can't tell that my case is dismissed. And so they was like, let me check. So the lady checked for me and she was like, I don't know what they're talking about. She was like, it's in the system. Your case has been dismissed. And I told her, I was like, well, I don't understand why I had a problem. And so anyways, the lady was like, well, you do know that you can get your case expunged. I was like, I can? And she was like, yeah. And the reason why I didn't know that I could get it expunged is because I thought that if you were convicted for a crime or something, then you can get expunged. But since I was never convicted, I didn't think that I could get my case expunged. So when she was like, yeah, you can get your case expunged. So she was like, are you in town? And I was like, no. I said, I live too far away. And so she was like, well, I can email you the form. So she emailed me the form, y'all. And so I asked her, I was like, well, how long will it take, for my case to get expunged? And so she was like, well, it can take, about 4 to 6 weeks. She said sometimes longer. She said it just depends on, how quick you sign the form. And I told the lady, I was like, I can get this form back to you today. Okay. So that's what I did. So I went ahead and I filled out the form and then I emailed it to her back. Okay. So y'all, I was so nervous. Okay. Cause I really wanted to get this thing approved, y'all. So when I sent it back, I gave myself a time limit. So I was like, I'm not going to call them until the end of this month, which is November the 30th. I was like, I'm gonna wait until November the 30th and check and see if my case has been dismissed. Y'all, for the ones who look at my community posts, you already know the result. You already know what happened because I posted it. But to the ones that are not my subscribers, to the ones that do not look at my community posts, just know that my case got expunged way before November the 30th, right? And so when I tell you guys, I was so excited. And I was like, wow, God, like now looking back in hindsight, God allowed me to go see my nephew and experience what I experienced so that it can put a fire in me, so that I would call the people and say, hey, has my case really been dismissed? And then for the lady to say, hey, you notice your case can be expunged, right? Do you see how all of that worked out for my good? Do you see how God allowed me to go see my nephew and me not knowing that something else was going to happen? All that shame that I experienced, it was for my good, okay? It was for my good, all right? Because when I say shame, what I mean by that is, even though the guy who was, at the military base, he was hesitant, but I was like, this guy don't even know my story. This guy don't even know that I was falsely accused. I was like, on the verge of tears, because I was just like, he don't even know my story. He don't even know my journey. And then, he gave me a 1-day pass. So I was hot. But God used my anger. He used that fire that was within me to do something about it, okay? And so when I called that lady, all right, didn't even know that God was going to be working through her, but it was working out for my good, y'all. It was working out for my good. So what am I telling you guys? What am I telling you guys, all right? So those disappointments that you have, when people deny you for an apartment, when people, say that you're unqualified for that job, know that God has something else in plan. Know that God has something else stirring up in the spiritual realm, okay? All right, you may be denied once, all right, but you're going to get approved, okay? You're going to get approved, all right? Somebody may reject you, but you're going to get approved, all right? Everything is working out for your good. It may not look like it right now, but everything is working out for your good. Everything is working out for your good, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to encourage you guys and let you guys know that God is he's in the business of doing miracles, all right? My case was dismissed 2 years ago, okay? 2 years ago. So I was not thinking about, getting it expunged because I didn't know that it could get expunged, all right? I was okay with it just being dismissed, all right? I was okay. I was really okay. It wasn't even my prayer to get it expunged. But when I tell you God, he goes above and beyond our thinking. All right? Because I was okay with my case just being dismissed, but God was like, no, I'm going to do more than that. All right? And I believe that God is still doing more about my case. All right? No one is going to get away with, what they started. Okay? So if someone has basically did something to you, if you have an enemy at work or just whatever, when I tell you, God is taking care of you and he's taking care of them, okay? I promise you they can't sleep at night. I promise you they're miserable right now. I promise you God is not allowing them to be happy, okay? So this is for your enemies out there that has, said things about you, that has put false claims out there about you, okay? God is taking care of your enemies and he's going to restore you, all right? So I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you guys for subscribing. I realize I'm seeing a lot of new subscribers. Y'all, we're on a road to 1,000. All right. So share my video, share with some friends, help me get to 1,000, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.